So, hi all, welcome to the another class of biochemistry. Today, we will discuss on the lipids. So that is the third unit in your paper. So first, we will define what is lipids. Lipids are organic compounds formed mainly from alcohol and fatty acid combined together by ester linkage. So here, as in the definition, it is a combination of an alcohol and fatty acid. So this is the fatty alcohol and this is the fatty acid. So in the presence of the enzyme esterase, it forms a lipid which is called ester. Lipids are insoluble in water but soluble in fat or organic solvents such as ether, chloroform, benzene, acetone. Lipids include fats, oils, waxes, and related compounds. They are widely distributed in nature, both in plants and in animals. Now we will see what are the functions of lipids. As we know, the lipids are the major storage form of energy. They are the structural component of cell membrane. They are the precursor of many steroid hormones, vitamin D, and the fat act as a thermal insulator. It also form a protection for our internal organs. Fat helps in absorption of fat soluble vitamins. Lipoproteins help in the transporting of lipids. Lipoproteins, it's a um, composition of a lipid and a protein. So this complex help in the transport of lipids through blood. Fat serve as a surfactant by reducing surface tension. Lipids improve taste and palatability. It act as a electric insulators in neurons. So these are the various functions of lipids. Now we will see what do you mean by fatty acids. Fatty acids are aliphatic monocarboxylic acid. Aliphatic aromatic. Hope you heard about the term aliphatic and aromatic because all of you have studied the all of you have a background of chemistry also, because the hydrocarbons are classified into aliphatic and aromatic. So these fatty acids are aliphatic monocarboxylic acids that are mostly obtained from the hydrolysis of natural fats and oils. The general formula of fatty acids are RCH2NCOOH, and they mostly have straight chain. But few assumptions are also there. Some branched and heterocyclic chains are also available. Normally, these fatty acids are classified into saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acid means no double bond with 2 or 2 to 24 or more carbons. So they are become solids at room temperature except if they are short chained, maybe even or odd numbered. And the molecular formula is CnH2n plus 1 and COOH. The saturated fatty acids are again classified into two. One is short chain saturated fatty acids, another is long chain saturated fatty acid. So in short chain saturated fatty acid, the carbon atom depends on carbon atoms. That's from 2 to, if the compound having 2 to 10 number of carbon atom, it is considered short chain fatty acid. And if it is more than 10 carbons, it is considered as a long chain fatty acid. So here are the few examples for the saturated fatty acids. So the first column shows the number of carbon atoms, what are the common name of that particular acid, and the systemic name and the formula. So these are the few examples of the saturated fatty acids. So next is unsaturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids means the compound contain double bonds. Actually, it is a two type. One is mono unsaturated fatty acid, because if it contain only one double bond, then it is said to be monounsaturated. And polyunsaturated, that is, it contain more than one double bond, that is considered as a polyunsaturated fatty acids. So here are the few examples for monounsaturated fatty acid: palmitoleic acid, oleic acid, nervanoic acid. These are the few examples of monounsaturated fatty acids. In polyunsaturated fatty, essential fatty acids such as linoleic, linolenic, arachidonic, and non-essential fatty acids. So they are come under the category of a polyunsaturated fatty acid, or otherwise we will call it also as a PUFA, PUFA. Now we will see what are the physical properties of fat and oils. Normally, we know the fats and oil are colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Any color or a taste that is mainly due to the presence of some foreign substance. For example, like if the body fat or a milk fat appears yellow in color, that is mainly because of the pigment called keratin. So in cow milk, you can, if you observe the cow milk, it is a slight yellow color. That is mainly due to the presence of the pigment keratin. And the fat is having a specific gravity less than 1. That's why it floats on water. When we know if you drop a small drop of oil on the surface of water, it will not go under the water. It will be there on the surface of water. That is mainly due to this property, because the specific gravity of this fat is less than 1. Fats are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents such as ether, benzene. The melting point of fat are usually low but higher than the solidification point. Now moving to the chemical property of fats and oil. These are the chemical properties: hydrogenation, saponification, halogenation, hydrogenation or hardening of oil, oxidation or rancidity. So you need to study the all chemical property of fats and oil in detail. So I don't want to give a detailed description about each property here, because you are supposed to read more books based on these properties, and you should prepare assignment also. So we will discuss this later during your seminar classes. Now the fat constants or numbers. The various fat constants or numbers include iodine number, saponification number, acid number, Richter-Meisel number, acetyl number. So all these numbers having definitions. So please you should write and read the definition for each fat numbers here. And we will definitely discuss all these things during your seminar time. Now we are moving to the classification of lipids. So these are the classification: simple lipid, complex lipid, and derived lipid. The classification is given here more in detail form. In simple lipid, it is again categorized into fats and oil, simple or mixed, again waxes, compound lipids or the conjugated lipids. Compound lipids include phospholipids, glycolipids, and sulfolipids. And in derived lipids, alcohol, fatty acids, sterols, isoprenols, and isoprenols again categorized into terpenoids and carotenoids. So first we will see what are the simple lipids. It is a simple lipids are in the above classification you have seen. It is classified into fat and waxes. So here neutral fats and oils. It is also called triglycerides. Neutral, uncharged due to the absence of ionizable groups. That's why it's called the neutral fat. It is most abundant lipid in nature. It constitutes about 98% of lipids of adipose tissue, 30% of plasma or liver lipids, and less than 10% of erythrocyte lipids. They are the esters of glycerol with the various fatty acids. Since the 3-hydroxyl group of glycerol is esterified, the neutral fats are also called triglycerides. Esterification of glycerol with one molecule of fatty acid that give monoglyceride, and that with a 2 molecule gives diglyceride. So in the below box, you can see the reaction of a fatty acids and the glycerol with the liberation of 3 molecules of water. Here it forms a triacyl glycerol. Now these triglycerides are again classified into simple and mixed type. Simple triglyceride means if the 3 fatty acid of the same type is connected to the glycerol, then it is called simple triglyceride. For example, tripalmitin. In the mixed triglyceride, the different types of fatty acid connected to a glycerol, then it is said to be the mixed triglyceride. Different types of fatty acids. Okay, so the example here is stearodiol and palmitoyl. Natural fat is also considered as a mixed triglycerides with a small amount of simple triglycerides. The commonest fatty acid in animal fats are palmitic, stearic, and oleic acid. The main difference between fats and oil is oil is normally appears in the form of liquid at room temperature, but in the case of fats, they will appear as a solid. This is mainly due to the presence of a large percentage of unsaturated fatty acid in oil and the more number of saturated fatty acid in the fat. Now, the next part of the simple lipid is waxes. Waxes are solid simple lipids containing a monohydric alcohol with a high molecular weight than glycerol. Esterified to long chain fatty acid. Example of these alcohols are palmitoyl alcohol, cholesterol, vitamin A, O, D. Now, the properties of waxes include waxes are insoluble in water, but it is soluble in fat solvents and are negative for Eckrolin test. Waxes are not easily hydrolyzed as the fat and are indigestible by lipases and are very resistant to the rancidity. Thus, they are of no nutritional value. Now, the types of waxes waxes are again categorized into true waxes. So, under true waxes, BV wax that is normally seen in the honey bees, uh, mainly used to form their combs. So, it is a mixture of waxes with the chief constituent of a medicinal palmitable. Another classification of wax is wax-like compounds like a cholesterol esters, lanolin or wool fat. It is prepared from the wool-associated skin glands and is secreted by sebaceous glands of skin. It is very complex mixture contain both free and esterified cholesterol, example cholesterol palmitate and other steroids. Now we are moving to the complex lipid or conjugated lipids. These are esters of fatty acid with alcohol containing additional prosthetic groups. So the complex lipids are again subclassified into phospholipids, glycolipids, and the lipoproteins. So here again the subclassification is based on the type of prosthetic group. So here a fatty acid, alcohol, and phosphoric acid. That is the phosphoric acid is the prosthetic group here. So that is why it is called phospholipids. Normally, they frequently have nitrogen containing phases. So this is the picture which represent the phospholipids. So these phospholipids are again classified into glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipids. So in glycerophospholipids, the alcohol is glycerol, and sphingophospholipid, the alcohol present here is sphingosine. So in the under glycerophospholipid, you can see few examples like a phosphatidyl choline, phosphatidyl ethanolamine, phosphatidyl serine, phosphatidyl inositol, plasmalogens, cardiolipins, and under spincolipins, spincomyelins are the few examples. Next is glycolipids. So here fatty acid, alcohol called as pincosine, and with the carbohydrate with nitrogen base there. So they do not contain any phosphate group. So for example, here is cerebrosides and gangliosides. Now these are the few types of glycolipids: cerebrosides, sulfatides, globosides, and gangliosides. So here it is a spincosine complex and with a sugar. Here sulfatide, one additional sulfide group is attached here. In the case of a globoside, some carbohydrate complex is also attached to this complex. Now gangliosides, another one, a new compound NUAC that is also attached to this galactose. So these are the few types of glycolipids. Now moving to the lipoproteins. Here they are the lipid with a prosthetic group protein. For example, chylomicrons, very low density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, high density lipoproteins. So these are the few classification of fat. Now we will see what is derived lipids. Derived lipids are nothing, the lipids which is derived from simple or a complex or conjugated lipids, or the precursors of the lipids are termed as derived lipids. The examples are fatty acids, steroids, cholesterol, vitamin A and D. So that's all about the an introduction to the lipid chapter. So I'm just go the whole portion very brief only. So you have to write more detail while you writing the assignment. You should read minimum 3 books to write an assignment, and we will clear our doubts, and we will see it more. We will see more in detail in your seminar classes. So that's all for today. Thank you.